Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly forecast for October 17th through the 23rd. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You might stumble upon this video in a few weeks, a few months from now. It's all good. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to hear the messages. Keep in mind, this is a general reading for the collective. Not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. Without further ado, my dears and my darlings, my fellow Scorpios, let's see what's coming up for the Scorpio collective. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Rising. One more shuffle here. Happy birthday to those of you who are kicking off Scorpio season, who are the early Scorpios or the first Scorpios of Scorpio season. My birthday is next week on the 25th. We're going to see what's coming up for you guys here, or for the Scorpio collective. First card coming up is, hello. We have the Sun. How very positive. What a great way to kick off a reading. Now, this traditionally speaking could be Leo energy. If you have a Leo placement, there could be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo or coming across a Leo in the week ahead that might be significant. There might be a significant past life connection, soulmate connection. So there could be something going on with Leo energy for some of you. Traditionally speaking, this is a major arcana card. Major arcana cards are always going to come up when we're coming into a new chapter. So even though I'm reading for the next 7 days, 7 days aren't enough time to wrap up major arcana card energy. Whatever is happening in the next 7 days is setting a series of events into motion and bringing you into a new chapter. A very positive and very happy chapter at that, being that we have the Sun card here. Sun card is associated with recognition, being seen, being celebrated. It's freedom, it's travel, it's true love, it's the happy, playful inner child. It's so many positive things. It is a true love card for me. So some of you may be manifesting or coming into true love or true love connection, and breaking out of cycles of codependency. You know, being in interactions and situations, whether it's romantic or not, being in situations where you can actually be yourself and you don't feel like you have to water yourself down or edit yourself or like you're responsible for anybody else's happiness or you're responsible for anybody else's healing. You're like, look, all I can do is be a positive influence. All I can do is come into the space and do my best and be myself and set out good vibes. And what anybody else does is up to them, right? All I can be is a positive influence, but I'm not going to take things that don't happen or don't move forward. I'm not going to take those as personal failures. Or I'm not going to beat myself up and think that I wasn't enough in a situation. If that situation is not moving forward, it just simply means it's not the situation for me. I'm not going to sweat it because I know I'm amazing. I know I'm wonderful. I know what I'm bringing to the table. And it's going to be seen and celebrated and embraced by what is meant for me. So I feel like you're coming in with a very confident attitude, coming into the week ahead and the coming weeks and months. If you're doing something that you've been putting things out into the public, like say you're self-employed, or say you've been working on creative endeavors and you've been putting creative work out there, like artistic work or music, if you're doing something in terms of self-employment or a podcast or something in social media or online, the Sun card could indicate that you're receiving a lot of traffic, you're receiving a lot of exposure. More people are beginning to know about you. So some of you may have a boost in, what is it? Is it called interaction or engagement? You may be having a boost in engagement, a boost in shares, a boost in views, a boost in clientele, or people reaching out and wanting to collaborate with you. I feel there's a sense of like, I've made it, I'm on the map. People know about me. People are reaching out to me. So a sense of like positive exposure here. with the Sun card. The next card coming up here for the Scorpio collective is the Five of Swords. I just got a little bit nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. Because I'm a Libra rising. And if you have a Libra placement, I would strongly suggest that you check out the Libra reading for the week ahead, because there may be some really good things happening here in your life, but it could be creating conflict and burning of bridges in your personal life or private life. There could be people in your life that are not on board with this exposure. It might make them feel uncomfortable. I'm not going to get too much into that. If you have a Libra placement, I'd suggest that you would check out that reading for this week ahead. But for the rest of you Scorpios without the Libra placements, I'm going to take a moment here and tap in and see if this is going to be the same exact or if this is going to be a different vibe here with, okay, different vibe. If you don't have if you don't have a Libra placement, I'm getting a different vibe from the Five of Swords for you. You still have to be cautious, and it still might cause conflict for you in your personal life, but not in the same way that comes up for those of you Scorpios who have Libra placements, or who may be dealing with a Libra. So for those of you Scorpios that you're not dealing with a Libra, or no, you might be dealing with Libra, but those of you Scorpios who don't have Libra placement, the Five of Swords, as I'm feeling, is that as you're getting this success, as you're getting these good things happening to you, you're getting attention, you're getting exposure. For some of you, you're manifesting a relationship that's like a true love relationship. And there may be jealousy around this with the people in your life. There may be people who they're not happy for you, Scorpio. And they may feel like you're getting all this attention. And this might all come into the whole lesson of codependency. Because the lesson may be here that, you know what, this person's not happy, but that's not my fault. That's not my problem. I don't have to hide my happiness. I don't have to play small. I don't have to sacrifice what makes me happy because somebody else can't deal with me being happy. And so with this Five of Swords, Scorpio, unfortunate to say, some of you are going to have someone that is going to really start pushing your buttons. They're going to try to say things and do things to make you feel selfish or greedy or even stupid. Like, oh, you're so dumb. Can't you see that you're getting played? Can't you see that you're getting used? Can't you see that, like, this is just all a bunch of BS? It's not going to go anywhere. They may even be saying very hurtful things like that. Or they may be saying things or doing things to trigger you, to make you feel like you're being selfish or you're not making good decisions, or you don't deserve what's coming in, so that they can push your buttons and get you to push this away. All of this beautiful stuff that's happening, all of this beautiful energy, all of this stuff that you worked hard to manifest, it's finally here, and they're pushing your buttons, trying to get you to reject what you've worked so hard to call in. Because the Five of Swords is here, I feel that for some of you, it is going to get to you emotionally. And you may kind of feel a little bit guilty. Guilty to receive this, guilty to make these changes, guilty that you're being made to choose between them and these new things that are coming in. But I've said this before with the Five of Swords, and I'll say this again. All you need to do is journal through this. What was said, what was done, who was involved, how did it make you feel? As far back as you can remember, who is the first person, first situation where you ever were made to feel this way before? Why do you think the person in the present time and the person in the past said and did these things to make you feel this way? What did they get out of it? What did they get? How did it serve them to make you feel this way? How did it benefit them? Why do you think they did it? Then write out a forgiveness. Forgive them, release them. Write out a forgiveness and release to yourself anything you're feeling foolish about or beating yourself up about, or like, oh, I wish I didn't know that they got to me, or I wish I didn't cry, or I wish I didn't raise my voice, or I wish I didn't believe them. or whatever it is, whatever you need to forgive yourself for. And then write out how you're choosing to feel about yourself and about the situation from now on moving forward. If you go through this process, you're going to deactivate that trigger. And this person and anybody else can search around and push it a zillion times. It's going to have zero effect on you. Zero effect on you. And they're not going to be able to manipulate you. They're not going to be able to steer you in a different direction or a different course. And people can say these things and do these things, and it's going to be like just like your Teflon. It just slides off of you. It doesn't stick. And so it's unfortunate that some of you are being met with this opposition, but it is a beautiful opportunity for empowerment to never have to deal with these kinds of people or these kind of situations again, because it won't have effect on you. The next card that's coming up here for the Scorpio collective is the Page of Cups. And this is opening up that beautiful, heartfelt water sign energy. This is an energy that's coming in to receive, to let yourself open up and to receive. This may have also come up for Libra, if I'm not mistaken. So again, you might really want to check out that video for those of you dealing with a Libra or who have the placements. And this is opening up to receive. And so I feel here with the Page of Cups, a different way, different energy it's coming in for the Scorpio collective who aren't dealing with Libra or don't have Libra placement. Page of Cups, I feel, is coming in the way of like, you couldn't destroy me. You couldn't bring me down, right? I know this is a fish coming out of the cup and looking at this page, but I almost get the feeling of a vibe of like a flower that's pushed its way through the cracks in the concrete. You can't slow me down. You can't cover me up, right? What is that saying? They thought they tried to bury us, but they didn't know that we were seeds. I feel that feeling or that sense of like, I'm just going to keep coming up. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm going to keep coming up with this renewed energy. I'm going to keep coming up with this youthful spirit. I'm going to keep coming up in this reinvented way. And so I feel like a renewed, refreshed energy from this Page of Cups. Page of Cups can also say that dealing with this intense emotion or this intense feeling of, you know, people maybe trying to trigger you or trying to guilt you out of things. The best way to get through this energy in this week is to make time for play. Make sure that you're making time for play, maybe even creativity. Get involved in some creative projects. Maybe, you know, do some art projects, some crafting, or other things that are playful for you or that you consider fun. If you're athletic, if you're into sports, make some time for that this week. Make some time to get some people together and, you know, go play basketball or go play tennis or, go do, you know, football or whatever you're into, right? So I feel like playfulness, doing something playful, doing something where you're moving, is going to be really helpful in breaking out of the heavy energies and allowing yourself to be in the vibration of enjoying this blessing and this success that's come in, so that you're not dealing with that dark spot. You're not dealing with that negative shadow like coming in and like, you know, bringing clouds in the sky or trying to cover up the sun. It's just going to be a temporary blip and gone, and you're in happy energy, you're in playful energy, and you're opening up and you're receiving the good things and you're focusing on this happiness. You're not letting other people ruin that happiness for you. The next card that's coming up here for the Scorpio collective is the Queen of Swords. Boundaries. Boundaries. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. If you aren't happy for me, you don't have to be here. If you don't think I'm making the right decisions, you don't have to be here. This could also be an air sign person, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. Or if you have air sign placements, again, boundaries in those houses or those areas of your life. You maybe just kind of laying it down. Like, I've worked really hard to be here. I've worked so hard to be here. I've worked so hard to manifest these positive changes. And either you can be in my life and be a part of it and, support me and move ahead with me, or you can be gone. But I'm not going to do that thing anymore where it's agree to disagree. Maybe, Scorpio, a lot of you have been really patient with people and you've just been like, okay, we can agree to disagree. Or, you know what, we just won't talk about this anymore. It's like, if you cannot accept that this is who I am, if you cannot accept that this is my life path, if you feel that I'm doing something so wrong or so shameful or so terrible, I don't need to be in your life. And so I feel there may be just like a setting of boundaries. Like, you can decide, I'm not cutting you out. You have this opportunity right now to stop coming at me with your doo-doo energy. But if you're going to keep coming at me with this doo-doo energy, there's the door. I also feel with this Queen of Swords, some of you are setting boundaries because you may be dealing with people who don't agree with your life, or they don't agree with your career or how you're making money. But every time they need something, Scorpio, can you help me out, please, Scorpio? I'm short on rent this month. I have some bills to pay. Can you help me out? And they don't have any problem with that money that they're getting from you, but they don't agree with how you're living your life. They don't agree with how you made the money. They might even be judging you for it. Well, guess what? You don't need my shameful money. So some of you may be setting boundaries here too, in terms of like help that you're giving people. Like people who are criticizing you, but out of your loyalty, out of the kindness of your heart, you're still there for them. And so some of you may be nipping that in the bud. You may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. There's a playlist in the description that will take you to the weekly forecast, so you can check those out. If you'd like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description that will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite. 2023 12-month forecasts are up and available for booking on the page. 2023 forecasts for the different zodiac signs are going to be on the YouTube channel over the next few days in this week ahead, where I do the 12-month forecast. But if you want to get a personal one for your year personally, those are available for booking now. I used to do them for $175. This year I've dropped the price. I'm doing it for $111. I've also dropped the price on the 60-minute video readings and the 30-minute video readings. So if you want to check that out, you can click on the link for the scheduling page. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you have a fabulous week ahead. Take care and be well, my darlings.